Hey Alex, what have you made of the team's games over the last few days here? So
Um, yeah, I think that there's areas of the game that we can definitely clean up, but we found a way to win, which is the most important thing. I think that the first two periods were pretty ugly there in Detroit, but it's a good sign that we were able to come back and find a way to get it done. It was obviously played a really good third period, and it's hard to get wins in this league, so we'll take them any way we can.
it looks like you guys have reverted back to the lines you guys had over the last before the last couple of games. What did you like from that experimentation? What did you not like? And how do you think that the way the lines shape up today will serve you guys well for the game against New Jersey?
Well, we've played with these lines for a while, so I think that there's lots of continuity there. As far as the shakeup, I think it's always nice every once in a while to breathe a little bit of life into the group. Anytime you're on a new line, there's a little bit of new excitement, new energy, and so that's always good. And then in terms of how we played with them, I thought that we were pretty good in the Anaheim game. Their goalie played well. We didn't manage to get any goals, and then last game, obviously, we got off to a bad start. I don't think you can really blame that on the lines as much as just I don't know how we came out as a group in general. And so I think that it was good. It's a good look, and I'm sure that throughout the year there's going to be injuries. There's going to be changes to the lineup, so it's always good to be comfortable playing with different guys.
Next up, we'll go to Lance Hornby, Toronto Sun. Go ahead, Lance.
Alex, you're coming up to the halfway point of the season now. Another very, very unusual season. How do you assess the first half? And with the glut of games coming up, how do you look at the second?
Yeah, this last month has been different for sure. I think that obviously we're excited to get fans back in the building, excited to play in front of our home fans, which is going to be exciting down the stretch. And I think in terms of where we're at in the season, we're definitely not satisfied with where we are. We know that we've got a lot to improve on, especially on the defensive side of things. But looking at where we are in the standings, we're in a good spot. Obviously, there's some really good teams in the Eastern Conference right now, and we're just clawing our way up there. But all things considered, we're in a good spot heading into the second half of the season, and we're excited to build off of that.
Thank you.
Next up, we'll go to Mark Masters, TSN. Go ahead, Mark.
Alex, what did you like about the team's play and the comeback in the third period on Saturday? And in particular, what did you think of the play John made to set up Rasmus for the game winner?
I think just the life was great. There was lots of energy on the bench. There was belief in the locker room that we were going to come back, even though we hadn't been playing that well. I think that that's a great sign for our group. And then in terms of that goal specifically, that was all John. That's what he does really well, is gets himself in good positions. He's got a great stick and is really good at maneuvering his body in tight spaces like that to win puck battles. And then he's got the vision to make a play like that to set up a guy backdoor.
Mitch has scored in every game since he's come back from COVID. It's his longest NHL goal streak. What's standing out to you about him right now?
I don't think anything too different. Maybe he's shooting the puck a little bit more. You see him being, I don't know, kind of having that mentality a little bit more on the power play, which is good. But he's able to score goals in different ways. He's scored on the penalty kill. He's finding ways to score 5-on-5, and then obviously on the power play, he's finding a little groove here. So I don't think too much has changed about his game. Some of the pucks are going in right now, but he's been the same player he always is.
You mentioned in the second half the team would like to tighten up a bit defensively. What areas do you see for improvement in that regard?
Yeah, I don't think there's any one aspect in particular. I think the key to our game is to protect the middle of the ice, not give teams easy looks in and around the house. And there's lots of things that go into that. But I think that above all, it's just a mentality, the kind of commitment to defense that when we've been at our best, we've shown that we can be really good in that area, and it's slipped a little bit as of late.
You mentioned that there was always life and a belief that you were going to come back in that game on Saturday. Where do you think that stems from?
I think there's lots of belief in this group. I think that we think that on any given night, no matter what the score is, we can come back and we can find a way to win whoever we're playing against. So it was no different there. We knew that we needed to take our game up a notch, but it's a great sign for our group that we have that belief, because I think that can take you a long way.